able to stand, I would like everyone to stand, and we are actually going to do the national anthem. And I would request that everybody chime in, sing loudly for our national anthem whenever the music comes. Stripes and bright stars through perilous fight, o'er the ramparts he watched, so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still. Of the teams, they're athletes, they're volunteers, people who have come from far parts of the United States. And I'm going to start off with the Austin Blackhawks. If you'll come up to the line, please, as I call your name. Hopefully I'm not going to miss anyone. Craig Totten, player number 1. Lupe Perez, player number 2. Eric Mazarregos, number 10, is a player. Wayne Simpson, player number 11. Robert Perez, player number 12. Hugo Sanchez, player number 16. Richie Flores, player number 21. Darius Sterling, player number 23. Zach Arundula, player number 24. Pam Cheeser, number 25 player. Brandon Cheeser, player number 33. Mike Finn, player number 32. Axel Cox, player number 22. Marino Reynoso, player number 40. Faith Penn, player number 63. John Bancroft, player number 3. Blackhawks pitcher, Kevin Simpson. The catcher is Kenny Whittier. Their coach and spotter is Jonathan Fleming. Their spotter is Molly Fleming. Their scorekeeper is Rusty Reams. Coach Don Robinson. Holly Whittier, volunteer. Lauren Whittier, volunteer. Mary Perez, volunteer. Uncle Mike McGuire, volunteer. And Catherine E. Musto, volunteer. And now for the RHI Extreme. Kyle Kennedy, pitcher, catcher, number 1. Adam Rodenbeck, player, number 2. Jared Woodard, pitcher, number 5. Nick Silver, player, number 7. Dan Fabiano, player, number 9. Jason Dobbs, player, number 10. James Michaels, player, number 11. Paige Picasa, scorekeeper, number 13. Brian Christian, player, number 17. Clint Woodard, player, number 21. Kara Hansel, field spotter, number 22. Frank Porter, player, number 24. Jerry Wendell, player, pitcher, 25. Megan Pedigo, field spotter, number 27. Rebecca Hudson, player, number 31. Kyle Lewis, player, number 37. Renata Fabiano, field spotter, number 40. Leah Michaels, field spotter, number 42. Steve Michaels, player, number 55. Laura Whitten, scorekeeper, number 63. Avery Hunsaker, number 69. Renata Woodward, number 70. Jamil White, player, number 78. Michael Lewis, player, number 88. Reese Hudson, PJ Rhodes, and Bailey Wendell, volunteers. Good luck, both teams. And at this time, I would like to introduce a man behind the scenes who, with his staff, bought more beat baseballs, bases, water, ice, when the fields requested it. Very much on time and in a timely fashion. I would like to do somebody that this will be his last World Series putting it together because he's got a better job. Very happy for him. We're sorry to see him go. If we ever come back, maybe he'll help us anyway. I would like to introduce from the Rochester Amateur Sports Commission, Ben Bolt. Our umps today our plate umpire is going to be none other than our head umpire, Kenny Bailey. And we are utilizing most of all of the umpires, and also we're going to be having scorekeepers. They're all NBBA officials. We're not using anyone but NBBA officials today for this final game or games. Okay. Kemp Price from Oklahoma. James Hush from Texas. Donna Karen Wykowski, also from Illinois. Thank you so very much. And Missy Wykowski, also from Illinois. Okay, now we're going to have the coin flip.
Coach and captain, which team? Down here at home. Four of them got there. Like, what show is that where they bring the whole team? We go as a team, baby. No, I'm talking about
Austin got the home team flip.
Austin has won the flip and will be home team.
All right, RHI's over there getting ready to take the bats and start hitting some balls.
Who's our first three at batters from RHI that Tim?
The RHI batters start off with DeMille, and then Nick, and I call it Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Nick Quicksilver, he's fast down that baseline, and then Danny Fampiano will follow that up.
What number is Danny?
Danny's number 9.
Okay, and DeMille is 78, and Nick is number 7.
That's correct. Yeah, I nicknamed him Quicksilver yesterday. As fast as he get down that baseline, it was amazing.
Yeah, he does have some speed to him. He does have wheels.
That's what it takes to be in this game to this point. A good hit is a good hit, but if you're only getting six seconds down to the base, you're still giving them plenty of time to get to the ball.
Nick is certainly one of the. I mean, the name of the game is not to hit the bottom of the bat, but you want to try to hit the top of the bat as much as you possibly can with the meat of the bat. But Nick is probably one of the few people in the league that can still hit the bottom of the bat and get down to that base and enough time to score a team a run.
You cannot make one mistake with him being as fast as he is. If you make a misstep, that's 1 second, he's on you.
Oh, yeah.
If you fumble the ball one time, he's on you. You know, you just have to stay consistent and not make any mistakes. There's Jared. He's loosening his legs up out on the field. He's stretching it out.
Pitching for the RHI Extreme is Jared Woodard.
That gave me a little bit of a break to where
Well, I expect a good fielding game out of the Blackhawks. Don Robinson went down there and give them some pointers on fielding and how to make the crossovers and do different things in the field so that there's more people in the play. You know, he does a real good job at coordinating field events and things of that nature, and he was instrumental in the Dogs' string of wins.
Absolutely.
So
Certainly a person that brings a wonderful element to any team he's part of.
he's got a wealth of knowledge. He's been around in this league a long time. When California.
Batting for RHI, number 78, DeMille Wright. Number 78.
He had a team over there that they had 6 teams in California, and his team had a couple of, I think they were twins. It was the Slick brothers, and he taught them how to play. He taught Neil how to play. He taught Eric how to play. You know, he's just been instrumental in the game, and I think he doesn't get a lot of press. He's just a quiet doer, you know.
He's certainly, like I said, a force to be reckoned with. Who's the catcher for the RHI Extreme, Tim? What number is that? Can you see that from your vantage point?
Let me take a look for you here.
Dan Green.
Avery Huntsecker.
Okay, Avery Huntsecker. What number is he?
Number 69.
Okay.
Well, I doubt if we see any golf swings today. That was quite a that was quite a thing yesterday. I watched the old golf swing type bat.
Yeah.
I never have been a fan of that type of swing. It seems to work once you get it turned on. It seems to work for them, but
Certainly gives the ball flight, consistent flight. But you have to be using it for quite a while, and you have to really be on with the pitcher.
yeah, if you're a little late, drives it into the ground. If you're a little early, it's foul ball straight over your head. They're doing a mask inspection.
Rounding out the battery for the RHI Extreme is number 69, Avery Hunsinger, catcher for the RHI Extreme.
This is a pretty in-depth inspection. They're looking at the mask and they're having to put them on in front of the umpires, things of that nature. So I've not seen it be this.
We're having a mask inspection, as you all are familiar with, throughout the course of this week, taking place right now.
Wherever you feel.
Who does the commentary for the online stuff?
We're doing it right now.
Both of you are? Okay.
Yeah. This is live online right now. So.
Move his water over here so he don't hit that camera when he's trying to reach for his water. Uh-huh. It might not have been turned on at the time, but we did.
Sure. That's fine. Thank you.
Okay, we're winding down. Looks like they're just about ready to take the field, Steve.
This is the first year the NBBA has done this mask inspection, and really it has gone off without a hitch, without any major hiccups. There's been a few questions about individuals, but certainly nothing that has delayed games beyond belief. So it really has gone smoothly. There's always room for improvement, and there will be improvement to the policy regarding the blindfolds, and in case someone's attempting to take advantage of.
See, this first time through, they're not only inspecting where the position is on their face, but they're also inspecting the mask itself, holding it up to the sun. They're checking the elasticity of the bands to make sure that everything is working on the mask. It's, everybody needs to be on an equal playing field out there, and have somebody take advantage of partial sight would just ruin the game. And I can understand how some people have that feel, when they're out there, they know they don't have any sight, or they got a good tight blindfold, and somebody is making plays that are just phenomenal, and they think that something might be going on. So we're making it as fair as we can. I remember a time when a guy could get a slip from doctor, say he was a total, and he didn't have to wear a blindfold.
No, not at all. Yeah, I wasn't part of the league then, but I've heard wonderful amount of stories of when it was similar to that, but when that took place. But we have to try to keep everything on an even keel. And this was certainly just to prevent the integrity of the league, as well as all the hard work that the players and volunteers put into the teams, individual teams, and also traveling to the World Series, so no one feels slighted.
Minnesota's been a real help in this whole beat baseball thing. Back in the days of the early '80s, Wheaties actually put a lot of money up and made sure they was the driving force for the actual World Series.
Wow. And your first World Series was St. Louis Park, wasn't it? '83?
I think that's correct. I think it was. I
It's
played
a long time ago.
Yeah, It was in the 80s, early 80s. I went to 2 Wheaties sponsored in I think it was in Minneapolis, wasn't it?
St. Louis Park in 83 and 85.
Yeah.
Austin Blackhawks have now taken the field.
We got Danny up front on the third base side. Mike Finn playing his normal rover
No,
position.
I don't know if that's Dan. Is that Dan?
I'm sorry, my bad.
Is
Eric.
that Eric Mazuriga?
Yeah, Eric's up front. Oh, he's going to hate me for that.
Yeah, number 10, that is.
Yeah, I'm going to catch it from both of them now. So Eric's up front, and then we have Mike in his normal rover position. Those long legs really work well for him. And then it looks like Lupe Perez is out deep. And then on the first base side, I wish they had numbers on the front. So on the other side, we have Richie Flores, Brandon Chesser, and Axel Cox. Looks like Flores is up front.
And then Brandon's in the right center position, and Axel's in the deep right, I believe. Or it could be reversed.
Looks that way. It's hard to see through all the pitchers, the batters on that side of the field. Okay, here we go.
Game time temperature is about 79 degrees.
DeMille set. Here goes the pitch. First pitch of the game is a line shot down third base line. It hits foul ball.
Foul ball.
If he keeps hitting like that all day, I think he's going to get one. That was just about 2 foot inside the home run line, Steve.
Wow.
That was deep hit.
It was a solid hit.
Oh yeah, brand new ball right on the. Oh, they're gonna have a. If they're gonna hit like this all day, it is going to be a game, Steve. Good.
DeMille Wright has always been a solid hitter. I mean, he's consistently their leadoff hitter for as long as I can remember. As long as they've been together since 2010-11.
DeMille's back up the play. He's checking his position with his feet on the plate. Steps off. Pitcher's telling him what he needs. He nods. DeMille takes a pitch. Checking the timing.
1-1 count.
It was just a little early on the swing. If he'd hit that just a little bit more in the middle of the plate. Oh, he pulled his left foot out there. The bat kind of dropped down. All right, he's made an adjustment to him. He's still.
Full count on DeMille Wright.
All right, he's got him set up. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball, top half of the bat.
Foul ball off to the right side.
All right, DeMille set. Full count. Oh,
Down swing. Now batting for RHI Extreme, number 7, Nick Silver. Number 7.
that's a rare strikeout for Jared. At first pitches. Man, he's loosening his legs up. He's jumping up in the air. His vertical leap looked like it was about 5 foot in the air. All right. Now we have Nick Quicksilver, number 7 batting. Just over the top of the bat. The last thing you want to have in one of these kind of games is hitting the bottom of the bat.
Yeah.
Jared knows that. Oh man,
That is retired.
that was got by Mike Finn. It was a rip up the middle. I was
Retired
looking
by
at.
Mike Finn, number 32. Austin Blackhawks.
I was watching the runner, and it went by Eric. Eric didn't quite make it. Then it got up to Finn.
Now batting for the RHI Extreme, number 9, Danny Fabiano.
And it just
Number 9.
It just about crawled over Finn's hip, just as he was getting it up. Nick was hitting the base. All right, Danny Fompiano's out. Umpire's checking the bases, make sure everything's working. All right, Danny's up. Comes the ball. Danny kills the ball. Third base side, up in the air. It bounces. Loopy's in front of it. Loopy's got the ball
That
just.
was retired by Loopy Perez, number 2. And that retires the top half of the first inning. Austin Blackhawks coming to bat.
That's a great play by Loopy and the deep.
Fantastic play. It was going to probably serve to be a bang-bang play because Danny has his own wheels, and he's pretty fast down the baseline as well, too.
Yeah, he hasn't lost a lot for a man that's
46 years old.
I was just going to say mature.
Oh,
Come on, Steve, lay off. Get off a guy. Leave a guy alone.
He's still got the speed. Who's our first 3 batters of the Blackhawks?
First 3 batters of the Blackhawks. It's Lupe Perez, Zach.
Arambula.
Thank
24.
you, Steve. I appreciate that.
No.
And Mike Finn.
Right. Number 24 is Zach, correct?
That's correct.
What number is Kenny Whittier?
Just trying to make sure I'm not in front of the camera and I'm not
Kenny.
in the way.
He's the catcher right here.
He doesn't have a number.
The pitcher and catcher for the Austin Blackhawks is Kevin Simpson and Kenny Whittier. Batting first for the Austin Blackhawks, number 2, Lupe Perez.
Perez.
Number 2. Lupe has such a long, rich history in beat baseball. Going back to the days of when the Blackhawks ran that 7 streak.
Yeah, he was
World Series
young.
streak.
He was young during that time, and he has stuck with the game, and I'm proud of him for doing it.
Yeah, he's a solid hitter. He hit a ball yesterday in the undefeated game at 11:30 that measured out about 168 feet on the fly. So he can certainly serve it up. I mean, home run in beat baseball is a perfect pitch and a perfect swing. You have that, you're going to hit that ball well over that 170-foot mark. Kevin taking some warm-ups.
We have the inspection going on down the first base line.
Inspections of the RHI Extreme before they take the field as Kevin and Kenny do some warm-ups.
Yeah, Kevin's changed his pitching stance. He used to be a real leg-driven pitcher. You know, a long step into the heel, and it's gotten to where if you're on a day where it's a bad day, slick fields, you're sitting there and you're fighting all day long to get your catch foot. And when you got that kind of problems going on, it makes it hard to focus on hitting the pitch right on the bat where it needs to be.
And because Kevin's such a perfectionist, it has to eat at him internally. Because he wants to put the pitch on the same spot of the bat all the time, every time. As any pitcher would like to. But
So now he has kind of a cross-handed pitch. It's very similar to the other pitch. It's just not as long a step, and he's already got the foot out in front of the pitcher's mound. So it's just a small step, and then the ball release.
as you were saying before, as Kevin has matured in his years of pitching, he has changed and hopefully changed for the better. He looked absolutely phenomenal. It was Kevin of old yesterday.
Well, the first year he started the new pitching style, it's tough, you know. I mean, I had to change my pitching style about 4 or 5 years in, and it was really hard. But once I got the new style down, it really worked for me. And Graham Mathena's dad, Frank, was the one that said, you know, you need to do this and this, and if you don't, you're not going to be, you know, one of the greats. And it worked. It really worked for me.
Yeah.
So,
And that video that Tim was talking about that Frank Mathena did is available on YouTube, and it's a pitcher's guide for beat baseball. And I remember watching it back years ago when it was on VHS.
all right, here comes the fielders. They're going to the field right now.
All right, guys, taking the field.
it looks like they've made a little bit of a move for Adam. Adam was playing on the first base side against Colorado, and they've moved Adam over to the third base deep slot, it looks like.
What did someone say that Kyle?
So that would make him and the designated fielder, Clint Woodard, pretty much out there on an island. Clint's a little bit deep. It looks like the spotter's going to move him forward some. Clint had an interesting play yesterday. I've seen him 2 or 3 times when the ball's hit over his head, just throw his hands up in the air, just in case. But yesterday, he threw his hands up in the air and one hit him right in the hands.
Wow.
And it come right down next to him and made a put out.
Wow.
That stops a rally right there.
Oh,
you know,
absolutely. That's a
crusher.
That's a game buster.
Yeah. All right, here comes Loopy. He's set. Pitcher's ready. Kevin's not going to throw to the bottom.
Count.
Kevin's not throwing to the bottom of the bat today. He's going for the top half of the bat.
Yeah, he's going air all day.
Got the top half of the bat again.
Foul tip, 0-2.
He's bringing it down slow. He's dialing it in. He knows exactly what he needs to do to win this game.
Absolutely. This is crucial. This first bat is always so crucial to the beginning of his streak.
Got the center of the bat. It's right towards Clint. Oh, it went over Clint. Loopy's too fast.
One score by Luby Perez. Austin Blackhawks 1, Extreme 0.
It was a bouncing ball. Out, split the third
Now
base
coming up to
side.
bat for the Austin Blackhawks, number 24, Zach Arevula. Number 24.
Clint Woodard was right there. He got in front of it, and it hit him right in the shoulder and went over him. The ball was just hopping. It just worked its way through. There's just nothing you can do about
Man,
those.
that's just a handcuff. That just handcuffs the player when they go to get down as flat as they possibly can to dive and stop that ball, and it just bounces over you.
It's Aaron Bueller. Aaron Bueller. Not Bueller.
That's a first base shot right down the line. It's curving. It's past the foul line.
Seems like the camera got in the way a little bit.
There was something going on.
Someone did yell stop down the first baseline. Batter is out
It's out on a technicality.
on a technicality.
Yeah, there was a technicality. Kevin yelled stop because he thought the guy was going to run through the base into the camera, and
Number 37, Kyle Lewis on the putout.
sometimes when you have local TV stations in, they don't realize what the game is and what can happen in the game. They had the camera a little too close to the foul line when he run through the base. It's better to give up the out than it is to have somebody get hurt.
Exactly. Especially.
Okay, Mike Finn's up. Here we go. Another shot down the first baseline. He splits the zones on the first base side. And they get a pickup on Mike Finn.
That was Mike Finn, number 32.
And that was James Michael with the pickup.
And James Michael making the putout. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Now he's up at the bat. Axel, number 22, right?
22.
Now
Axel.
batting for the Austin Blackhawks, number 22, Axel Cox. Number 22.
Axel took a good cut. His timing was perfect. That's something about the Blackhawks. They usually have really good timing. pitch again. It's just a little under axis swing.
0-2 count.
All right, Kevin, we'll bring it up. Here it comes. First base shot, right down the line. Michaels is after it. It hits him. He's got it up.
James Michael making the putout. Ending the bottom of the first inning with a score of 1-0 Blackhawks.
Really looks like Kevin's trying to work that side. You know, they call that the weak side, but on this team there isn't a weak side. He's been in the game a long time. James Michaels has. You don't just start working on a kid and think you're going to get by him.
No. Who we got coming up to bat for the Extreme?
It was the last batter.
Was Dan Fabiano.
Okay, we got the first three batters were out, huh? So Kyle Lewis, and then James will come out.
What number is James?
James is number 11.
Okay, and Kyle's 37, and who's number 6?
Adam Rodenbeck, number 2.
Now batting for the RHI Extreme, number 37, Kyle Lewis. Number 37. Our base operator today is President Dan Green from the National Beef Baseball Association.
Yeah, Dan stands right behind the plate so he can hear that ball hit the bat, and he flips the switch. He doesn't. It's not that he doesn't trust somebody else to do it, but he wants to make sure that there's not a mistake made here.
Absolutely, and ultimately, this is all based on sound.
All right, number 37, Kyle Lewis is up to bat.
Kyle may have put out in that last half of the inning.
I'm trying to read over here. So who bats for Clem? Is it?
Maybe Adam. No, Adam's in the field though. Right? Yeah.
Oh, Nick.
Nick Silver.
Yeah, Nick Quicksilver. You bet. Don't beat that camera up there.
No, try not.
All right, here we go. 37's up. He's loosening them arms up. Jared's looking right down the pipe. Got the bottom half of the bat.
0-1 count.
Rolled right out in front of the plate and just stopped. Just got the bottom half of the bat there. Jared's stretching his quad out a little bit.
Jared's been pitching since he's 12 years old.
I told that story that I was in a board meeting where they was concerned about him at 12.
Actually, that was 2004, actually. Yeah, I thought it was 2006.
Oh, he just killed that ball. It's over Danny, over Eric, and Mike gets it up.
Mike Finn making a putout, number 32. 1 out.
I tell you, those guys are going to kill me when this is over.
Yeah, I know. Now batting for the RHI Extreme, number 11, James Michaels. Number 11.
Okay. James got a pretty classic swing. He gets up there and he splits the plate, pulls the bat across the plate, knows exactly where he needs to go. His stance is square. Yeah, like they said, just a little more hang time and he'd have been there. Went right over Eric's head. Eric couldn't get nothing there, and then
Put his hands up, maybe.
yeah, he wouldn't have got that.
0-1 count.
Jared put that ball right on top of the bat, just right over the top of it. Comes another right.
0-2 count.
All right, he's swinging hard. Jared's throwing good. Just have to make contact. It's really close. Got the bottom half of the bat.
Tip, 0-3 count.
He's measured it now. He knows where the bat's at. He's got the bottom half and just over the top. So here he comes. Here comes the pitch. He took that one. Looked like a good pitch.
Pass
But
ball, full count.
looked like a good pitch to me.
Sometimes it's not always, the percentages don't always work out well to going deep into the count like this, though.
Oh, he hit it right up the middle. Dead ball, they say. They're saying dead ball out there.
Time is called. Dead ball call on the field.
There was a change in the rules, Steve.
It's officially called a dead ball. Batter will receive a new count.
The rule used to be the umpire went and picked it up, held it out at arm's length, and faced the speaker away from him. If he couldn't hear any noise from the ball, then it was a dead ball. But now they walk over and they stand right above the ball. It can be laying on the speaker, still making noise, but if the grass has muffled it to the point and it's reduced sound to the point where the umpire cannot hear the ball, it is then a dead ball.
Right. And thanks to Ed Brown for making that recommendation as a rule. It was a rule that was passed last year in 2013, and now is in effect this year.
And I've seen balls where they pick them up and they win.
Yeah. Quiet on the field while the play's going on, everyone, please.
All right, Mike Silver come back up. It's a new count. Or James Michaels. I need another cup of coffee, Steve. James Michael come back to the plate. He's squared up. All right, they're talking. Jared's on the mound. He's directing the catcher where he wants it. Foul tip.
0-1.
Just on the bottom half of the bat.
They're there. They're dialed in. Just gotta make that connection.
Top half of the bat.
Another foul ball. 0-2.
Jared's going to catch this one, I'm pretty sure. He's measured the height, top and bottom. He's ready to go.
The middle of the bat is coming to play.
Down the first base line. Oh, it's a foul ball.
Foul ball. Down the first base line. 0-3 count.
Batter was just behind that pitch, just a hair. That was a perfect pitch by Jared, and the batter just didn't quite get around on it. Had plenty of power on it, too. Got an 0-3 count. He took that one.
Full count.
Jared told him it was a good one to take. He said it was a little low, I think. All right, he's adjusting the catcher.
Again, going deep in there. Dangerous.
Oh, he hits the ball. First base side. He rips it. Oh, it got by the first guy. The deep guy's going after the ball. He slid in front of it. He's there for the base.
Tied score 1-1. Excellent at bat by James Michaels.
Boy, he just kept swinging, and Jared just kept pitching until they finally got it in there. He hit that thing hard down the first base line.
Now batting for Orange Extreme number 2, Adam Rodenbeck. Number 2. Take some time between the innings. Talk about our umpires on the field.
Uh-huh. So who got that? Who's the deep guy over there? What's his number?
Probably number 22 is Axel Cox. Like number 30.
Who did they say got it? What was his number? But who is the guy? You know? Okay. All right, Adam's up here. He's got it up in the air. It's 41 feet.
That is out. To make that play, Eric.
21.
Number 21 on that putout, Richie Flores.
That hit at the 41-foot line. Thought it was going to jump back foul. And it jumped back and set right on the line.
A beat ball bunt, if you will. Now batting, number 78, Demille Wright. Number 78.
Yeah, DeMille had that long hit down third base line. I mean, when I say long, it was long in the air. If DeMille gets a hold of one of those like that, there is just no turning back. That ball will go past everybody. It'd have to be a lucky shot, like throwing your hands up in the air if it goes over you. All right, here goes DeMille. He's set up. He's got a classy set up. He takes that first pitch again.
Pass ball.
He's got the bat up. He's ready to go. Here we go. He crushes it. It's over Eric. It's past Mike. It hits Lupe Perez.
Lupe Perez making that put out. Number 2, Lupe Perez.
It hit Lupe Perez. And then ricocheted off, and Lupe made a good recovery on it. It was a heck of a play. It hit him hard. I mean, it was a hard hit. Yeah, it's 3 outs, sides down. So
3 up. Going now into the bottom of the second inning. 1-1 score between Austin Blackhawks and the RHA Extreme.
So we have one run to recap what happened. We have one run by James Michaels. He hit that ball hard down that first base side, and it's one zone off the line. I don't know how you call it in your game, but it was one zone off the line on the first base side, and it was ripped.
Yeah,
the deep guy got in front of it. It was just too late.
Everyone put your hands together, give a round of applause for our umpires for this afternoon's game. Like to thank the NBBA would like to thank all the scorekeepers and home plate umpires and field umpires for this week's tournament. Without them, we would have no tournament.
All the volunteers.
About to go into the bottom of the second inning. Brandon Chester, number 30, is up. Now batting for Austin Blackhawks, number 30, Brandon Chester, number 30.
Hey, Danny, go to 5. Go to 5.
Correction, number 33. I'm sorry. Thank you, Wesley. Hey, Wesley. That's
This week is
thank you. All right, Jay, back on the field, ready to play defense.
Hey. Hello. Go ahead, Nick.
I'd like to thank all the NBBA home plate umpires and field umpires and scorekeepers for helping us make this tournament such a successful tournament this year. Had a lovely week of weather here in Rochester, Minnesota. Batter's not coming up to bat.
What a miss.
Nothing, just getting ready to play ball. Brandon Chester at the bat.
Got a heavy swing. He's batting.
0-1 count.
He's batting left-handed. Looks like the only thing they shifted on RHI is the front guy in the rover, Danny. They put the front guy in the middle of the field.
Foul ball, 0-2 count.
Now that was off the end of the bat. He threw it. He's throwing, trying to throw the sweet part of the bat, and he got it outside just a little too much. And it come right off the tip of the bat and spun around right there next to the plate. All right, Kevin's nodding. Here we go. Oh, he was a little bit early.
0-3 count.
He was just a touch early on that one. I think Kevin had a good pitch. All right, here we go. Oh, somebody called.
Time is out on the field.
Danny Fampiano was called time. He had to itch, so they got to recheck his blindfold. So he rubbed it. They checked it. They're good to go.
It's really dangerous to see people like Brandon.
He hits it down first base line. It hits in fair territory. It rolls out to the foul side. He's gonna make it. He makes it.
Batter is safe. Loopy's up now, right?
Richie.
Richie Flores. Now battering, number 21. Richie Flores, number 21.
That was a hit down first base line. It was a huge hit. I told you he was out in front of the ball a little
That
bit.
ball was hit down the right field line. Brandon Chester scoring successfully.
All right. Now Richie's up. Okay, Richie's got to pull it back. He's ready to fire. He swings. It's a pop fly. It's a little short. Quicksilver's up. He's got the ball. And it's an out.
Put up by Blue, number 7.
Number 7.
Who made that put up? Nick Silver.
Yes.
Number 7, Nick Silver on that put up. 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Now batting, number 2, Lupe Perez. Number 2.
Yeah, Lupe sets up. Normally gets his head together. He leans his head back a little bit. When he's ready, he picks his head up. Here comes the pitch. Oh, it's just a little over the top.
0-1 count.
Just a little over the top. They're going to dial this in. He's going to get a big hit today. I can see it. He's on today. It's a set. Got the top half of the bat. The ball's spinning. It kicks out foul.
Foul ball. 0-2 count.
Kicks out foul there on the first base side. It really looks like RHI's kind of changed their defense a little bit. They pulled Nick.
Different style from yesterday.
They pulled Nick Silver to the middle of the field. It's more of the old style V.
Point, yeah.
V up front with a rover guy, and it really lends itself to the fact that they have a fast guy up front that can play sideline to sideline like Nick does, and then they've put Clint Woodard back just a little bit farther because they know these guys are hitting any little short hits up front. It's Nick's ball. Here comes Lupe again. Set. Comes the pitch. He crushes that thing just like I told you he would. It's over, Clint. It's deep. Adam can't hear it. It's squeaking.
Batter is safe. Score now is 3-1. Please remain quiet until the play is completed, everyone.
That ball was squeaking when it left the
Now
bat.
batting number 24, Zach Arambula. Number 24.
The ball was still making noise. It was damaged, but it was still making enough noise that the play stands. But they've asked for a new ball so they can get one that has
New ball coming into the game. One out.
How many outs we got?
Hey, Cuckoo, you last time.
1 out. 1 out, Steve.
Zach is a solid hitter. Made it, got put out the last inning by, I believe, Kyle Lewis. Kevin taking some warm-ups right now.
Got that new ball. It's a little harder.
Yeah, and it could be a little slick too.
You want to make sure that, they tape the pin in so it don't come off in shipping, That wouldn't be good for the for the post office if you're shipping one of those and it starts beeping.
It'd be a Homeland Security situation.
Oh, it's yeah. You don't want to, as much as those balls cost, you don't want to buy another one because one's beeping. So they tape them pins in, leaves a little bit of glue on the ball.
I want to thank the Denver Century League Pioneers for the balls and bases that are being used in our tournament. Bob Kurtz and his group.
I tell you. Oh, he crushes it too. It's over Clint's head. Man, that was a hit. It was almost to the home run line.
Run scored for number 24, Zach Arambula.
I thought it was a home run. It dropped just before the line. It was within about 1 foot of the line. It was close. Wow.
1 out in the bottom of the second inning.
You couldn't have had a
Now
better.
batting for the Austin Blackhawks, number 32, Mike Finn. Number 32.
You couldn't have had much better hit. Once that thing
No,
hit,
that was a solid shot.
and it almost rolled into the Volunteers tent over there.
Wow. Zach is a solid hitter. I mean,
He's not a big guy, but
No.
he has good technique. And you know, the video that we're going to do, I've been speaking to Graham Athena about, is we're going to talk to Kevin about hitting techniques, how to hit the ball hard, because his team always hits the ball hard.
always. All in one count.
Just over the top of Mike Finn's bat.
And you know, not to be confused, Mike Finn equally always puts leverage on this ball. Never see Mike hit very often a ground ball.
He's got a nice uppercut swing. I worked with him for a while. His technique is great.
Foul ball, 0-2 count.
And I tell you what, it's a pleasure to work with a man like Finn. He's an excellent person, and I just can't speak highly enough of Mike.
Yeah, Mike is a solid all-around player.
And he crushes that ball. He splits the first base side. 3 players. Got it.
Batter is safe. The score now is 5-1 Austin Blackhawks.
He crushed that ball, and it was the deep guy, and it was just a matter of not being able to get there by the time those legs of Mike Finn carries him to the base. Some long legs, and his stamina carries him through these games like he's fresh as a daisy today, just like the day started.
This is Axel Cox. Now batting for the Austin Blackhawks, number 22, Axel Cox. Number 22.
They're just working like a well-oiled machine today. They're fresh. They're ready to go.
This is now their wake-up cup of coffee. This is the Austin Blackhawks that most people remember from years ago. Putting the runs together. You it's called on a field.
Air balls and
You put a string of 4 runs together and you just keep on rolling.
and if they'd have done this down in Georgia, they'd have beat Taiwan.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It just wasn't their day, I guess. And they just couldn't put a string together like this.
Looking forward to seeing Taiwan back in 2015 World Series in Rochester, New York. During the week of July 26th to August 2nd in Rochester, New York.
When Axel set up, he was twisted in a little too tight. Kevin had to move his front foot away from the plate a little bit. He crushes the ball. It's a high pop fly. He's moving fast. Here comes Nick Quicksilver. He's on the ball. And he's at the base.
Batter is safe.
I'm telling you what, Steve, it's
This
a
is
game
the-
of inches. It's a game of
it
inches.
is.
And people don't understand how close those plays are. Nick was on the ball. He was there. He was reaching for the ball just as he touched the base. Oh my gosh!
And you feel so defeated because it's just a bang play. It's
And normally, in any other game, you got the guy. You got the guy. And
this is Brandon.
yes, it is Brandon.
Number 33, Brandon Chesterton.
All right, Brandon set up. He got a tip.
0-1 count. Please remain quiet.
Brandon hits it down first baseline again. They're moving on it this time. They're not going to let him get this one. They got the ball up.
Who made that put out?
James Michaels made that put out.
Batter is out. Put out by number 11, James Michaels. 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Now batting, number 21, Richie Flores. Number 21.
She says there's a box around here somewhere. All right, we got 2 down on the field. It's been a heck of a run, Steve. How much?
yeah.
What's the score now?
It's 6-1.
6-1.
It's quite a deficit, isn't it?
It's not un,
Oh, 1-1 count?
It's not insurmountable.
No, not insurmountable at all. RHI is coming ready to play. Jared's an excellent pitcher. He knows what. Foul tip. 0-2 count.
Richie pulled that trigger. They get back to the top of the order. This could be ugly.
Oh, yeah.
He hits the ball hard. It's over next to Clint. Clint's moving on the ball. Oh!
Batter is safe. Score now is 7-1 Austin Blackhawks. He did exactly what he needed to do, and
He burned
now
that.
now we're batting around.
He pulled that out. He pulled it out.
Now batting for the Austin Blackhawks, number 2, Lupe Perez. Number 2.
All right. I think they're having a conference. I think they're having a conference on that play.
I got you.
They're having a conference on the play. They're having a conference.
Conference taking place on the field.
He's gonna ask the third base umpire, because the third base umpire could look right across the base and at the man getting the ball. He's gonna see who saw what, when, and where from the home plate advantage. And that call is
Ruben
safe.
Stands on the field is safe.
Yeah, that was one of them bang bang plays. Now RHI is having a little conference, little hootie haw out there in the field. Their umpires telling them that we need to play ball, and now they broke up. Everybody's heading back to their respective positions.
Or defensive conference.
Yeah, I don't think it was a called defensive conference.
No.
It was.
This is a quick comp fan. Boston Renegades are known for having those defensive conferences when 2 or more runs get scored at one time.
Well, I think if I was going to do that, I'd go ahead and have a conference and call because you get a certain amount of time just to have a little conference to say hi to everybody. Get out there, make the pitcher think about what he's doing. You know.
New ball in the game.
New ball in the game. Lupe Perez is coming up. All right, Lupe set his feet. All right, Lupe's set. Lean his head back. Kevin's set. Gets his head up. He's ready to go. He hits the ball on the ground. It's over to Clint's side. Clint's got that one.
And that retires the side. Score now going into the top of the 3rd inning. Austin 7, RHI Extreme 1.
Well, Clint's a little upset about that last play, and you don't hear the bass. When they touch the bass, you don't hear it. Not until it starts crinkling up.
I'd like to wish congratulations to the 3rd place team this year in the 2014 World Series, the Colorado Storm. Finishing out 4th, 5th, and 6th places this year are the Bayou City Heat, Chicago Comets, and the Boston Renegades.
All right, see, turn that off. But I'm going to try to cover this up best I can because I don't know how to turn it off.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I didn't realize.
I'm just doing it for them.
No, I know. But believe me, I don't know if they can't hear me.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
You're right.
All right.
Yeah. Who's up to bat first?
It looks like Nick Silver is up.
Yeah. Now batting for RHI Extreme, number 7, Nick Silver. Number 7.
Well, RHI really has to do something here. When the momentum pushes, you have to push back, Steve.
Having the camera, thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys for coming out.
But you know, RHI is coming. They come to the table. They come to the table ready. They have the abilities and the resources to make this happen.
Oh yeah, they have the skill. You know, they have the skill and the athleticism. We just have to.
You have to put all the variables of the equation together here.
Yeah, because I'm telling you what, those hits were just, there's nothing they can do about them. Now they got to get the same kind of hits.
Yeah.
If they want to stay in this game, they have to start rocking the ball a little bit. They have to start burning up the baseline a little bit. You know, a six-run deficit is a tough deficit. A lot of game left, but it's a tough deficit to get. All right, here we go, Steve. All right, hits a grounder on the right side. It should be pretty easy for Eric. Eric gets it up.
1 out on top of the third. Put out by number 10, Eric Mazariegos.
See, what happens is when they...
Now batting for RHI. Number 9, Danny Fabiano. Number 9.
So what happens is he come around in that ball and caught the bottom half of the bat. The bat's rising as it comes through. If he'd have caught that in the middle of the plate, he'd have got all the ball.
Sure.
But he was over, it's almost done swinging by the time he hit the ball. So there was nothing on the ball. Went down third base line. It's an easy play for Eric.
Bread and butter.
You teach that every day. You know, here comes the ball. Get in front of it. Pick it up. Now here comes Danny. He hits one up the middle of the field, right to Mike Finn. It went under Mike. Mike made a good play on it. Danny makes the run.
Run scored. Now the score is 7-2. Austin Blackhawks.
Mike went down, but just as he was going down, he knew where the ball was at, and it was such a hard hit that it went under Mike before he could get that body on the ground.
Yeah.
And it got out there. Lupe Perez had it up. Yeah. Lupe Perez had it up, and it was just 1 second too late. Danny looks a lot fresher than he has in past years. He's got better and better and better.
I think his health has been better this year than it has in previous years. But he trains year round. He's a solid, complete athlete.
Oh, he is, and I go down and visit with him once in a while, and he does. He has his own workout station out in the garage. All right, here we go. The pop fly, 41 feet. Come back of the pitcher. That's number 37.
Number 37, Kyle Luce at bat.
He got the top half of that bat, and it was a good timing. It was right in the middle of the field. A backspin on the ball pushed it back into the 40-foot line, and Jared picks it up, and he's walking back. He was halfway to the base. He's got some long legs too. He's an athlete.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he could just get a hold of the ball, he could be on that base pretty quick. Jared's looking at the glove. Okay, it's an 0-1 count. He hit the bottom of the bat. That's pretty easy. Richie Flores gets that one.
Put out by number 21, Richie Flores. 2 outs now. Top of the third inning. Now batting for RHI Extreme, number 11, James Michaels. Number 11.
James got him one already.
Yeah.
It was a bang play,
but he's not done yet.
So James has been a player for a long time.
Yeah. Solid player. Good athlete.
He's a mature player, but not as old as some of the rest of us in the games.
No.
Oh, he crushes that ball right up the middle of the field. It bounces once. It goes by Mike. It went under the deep guy. He gets there. He gets another run.
Now the score is 7-3, Austin Blackhawk. 2 outs on the top of the third.
He got lined up on the ball. The deep guy got lined up on the ball. I still have...
Now coming to bat for RHI Extreme, number 2, Adam Rodenbeck. Number 2. It's really hard at some. When you have a ball hit like that, you do every effort about getting in front of that ball and stopping that ball.
One hop went,
But
went
one
over. It
ball
went over.
bounces wrong.
Yeah, and Mike Finn got over in front of it and hopped. He was standing up. He knew it was hopping, and it jumped over his shoulder standing up.
Wow.
And the deep guy, and I still haven't figured out which one's the deep and which one's the medium deep guy for Austin. But the deep guy got over there, and it just went under him. It was moving so fast. Okay, Adams up.
Putting something together here. Adam has to get himself and put that ball on the back and score here.
Yeah, Brandon's got kind of a little bit different swing. He's trying to hit it. I think the process of elimination, I think the deep guy is Brandon.
That is out. Now going into the bottom of the third inning. I'd like to wish congratulations to the number 7 through 10 teams finishing in this year's tournament. The Minnesota Millers, the Carolina Warriors, Southwest Slammers, and the Indy Thunder. Who's up next?
Just a second.
And Zach is up.
That's what somebody's saying. That's what they're saying is Zach's up.
I'll never live that down.
Number 24. Wish I had numbers on both the front and the back.
Now coming to bat for the Austin Blackhawks, number 24, Zach Arambula, number 24.
Mike Finn's on deck. Now, is that
Substitutions going in.
where at? On the other
On
side?
the right side.
Who'd they put in for?
Steve Michaels for Kyle Lewis. Okay, thank you. Substitution has been made on from RHI. Going into the game now is Steve Michaels, number 55, for number 37, Kyle Lewis. Steve Michaels now in the game.
Zach must be the designated
Fielder, hitter.
hitter. Yeah, it must be.
Because I suspect
So
that
he's playing for Eric, yeah.
Eric is DF.
Eric's the DF, and he said he took a shot to the thigh. I think what I heard when I went over and spoke
A
to
little
him.
bit of a groin pull he's dealing with. So he's sticking on defense. But you know, Eric at 75% is probably better than most people in the league. So wish
Yeah,
him
but you don't want to aggravate an injury and have him come out of a game.
wish him a speedy recovery. And looks like he's playing fine so far this morning.
He can play defense injured. His
Yeah.
his defensive play doesn't diminish
No.
when he's a little nicked up. It's that run to the base that sometimes gets him. He gets a pull here or there. His hammy gets pulled up, and I know that's a bad thing. We had 3 people nursing hamstring injuries on our team,
Yeah.
and it really took its toll. Oh yeah. They're checking the ball. They got.
Stop holding up behind my back for you guys. Hold it behind my back.
Well, there's the camera right over there.
There's too many cameras.
All right, umpire calls ready. Umpire calls ready in the field. He's got first base coming on. double check the equipment. Equipment double check by the President Dan Green.
Quiet, please.
He was a little out in front of that. If he catches that, it'd probably be a foul ball down third base side. Zach just needs to be
before.
Just needs to be patient. He was patient. He split the third base side. It's a hard hit ball. Clint Woodard's over, picks it up. He was about 3 foot from the base.
Put out made by number 21, Clint Woodard.
Yeah, I've been wanting to call the numbers, but I've decided that I've just called the side of the field and about how far out it is.
Now batting, number 32, Mike Finn, number 32.
All right. Umpires check the bases. Mike pulls back. Pitcher good. Here comes the pitch. He hits the ball. Top half of the bat. It's rolling backwards. Little spin on the ball. He's telling him same thing I told him. Tip the bat was down. All right, here we go. Mike Finn's up. Here we go.
Steve, be ready. 0-2.
So Mike's got the adjustment made on the bat. Here we go. He hits the ball. It's a hard hit, up in the air. Nick Quicksilver's up on the ball. He's got it up.
Batter's out, made by Nick Silver, number 7. 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning.
It was a pop fly. It was up in the air a long time, but Nick was right there and he picked it up. And
now batting, number 22, Axel Cox, number 22.
all right, we're checking the bases again. Axel's up. He's set to go. Pitcher gets on the mound. Catcher's got the glove up. We're set to go. Here comes the pitch. He takes a swing. It was a little underneath. Okay,
Axel got his before too. A little short squibble, but made it to the base on time.
All right, Axel's set. He's square. Here we go. Pitch is up. It's over the top. Okay, so if he splits the difference between the two of them, it is going to go for Axel. You got one over and one under. Got to split the difference on the pitch. Here it comes. Right down the middle. Oh, it's a foul tip. Right off the top of the bat.
Right in the jug.
Right back to us here in the tens. All right, so he knows he's got the right timing. He knows he's got the right height. He hits it right down the middle. The ball changes pitch. It's deep. It's over to Danny.
Bang bang play there. That makes the score 8-2.
That's so hard.
Now coming up to bat, number 33, Brandon Chesser.
It takes Clint. Took Clint just a second to understand that ball changed pitch. You can hear it. It changed pitch.
2 outs in the bottom of the third.
Clint's over there. He's in the play. He's ready to make the play, and he has to make a play on a ball that's making about a quarter as much noise as a regular ball does. It's so hard. That's the second time he's had one like that, and he's still made the play on it just a second too late. That is so hard.
Thank you
very much.
It's 8-3, Steve.
It was 8-3.
Not 8-2.
It's 8-3? Okay.
Yeah, 8-3.
Correction, it's 8-3 now.
Clint's so frustrated. He's asking the umpire. He's frustrated. He wants the umpire to understand that it's hard to do out there, and he's trying to tell him that he thought he had him. It's just tough. It's a hard thing when the ball reduces in sound like that.
Sure. It was a bang play. But the better was by a half a second step faster.
I guarantee you, if that ball had been full sound, Clint would have had him. Our left-handed batter. Crushes the ball up the middle of the field. Clint's over. It's under Clint. It's out to Adam. Adam got him. Adam got him. Adam got him.
Play made
Oh
by
my
number 2.
gosh.
That retires the side.
What a clutch play by Adam.
Again, put out made by number 2, Adam Rodenbeck. As a reminder, the banquet will start tonight at 7 o'clock. Cocktails and refreshments will be available an hour prior. Banquet's being held in the Heritage Ballroom in the Kayla Grand Hotel. As a reminder, your team name placards will be on the tables, so look for your team name to find your tables.
They have to share a table.
If need be, there will be some tables that will have 2 placards on them, so you'll need to share the table. I'd like to congratulate the teams 11 through 15. Number 11, the Long Island Bombers. Number 12, the Tyler Tigers. Number 13, the Wichita Sonics. Number 14, the New Jersey Lightning. And number 15, the Atlanta Eclipse.
Well, it sounds like the Eclipse is here.
Yeah, they're in full force. Who's up first?
It looks like they're at the top of the order. It looks like they got DeMille up first.
Now batting, number 78, DeMille Wright, number 78.
So now we have DeMille up. He really needs to unleash one here to prove that they're here to play ball.
He's a rocket hitter. He's got to launch a rocket right here.
He's due for a good one right down the line, but you just can't hit it into the teeth of the defense like they have been. You got to pick your shots, and you have to do like has been happening over here for the Blackhawks. You got to push it to the center of the field, get it deep out there so it just keeps rolling. You got to push it over to the first base side of the field. You have to do something besides hit right into Eric, Mike, and Lupe. All right, here we go. He's stepping up. DeMille kind of stepped out on that one. He didn't have a good plant foot on that when he goes to swing the bat. His front foot slips out. He's got to bring all that power back at the pitcher. All right, here we go.
Drive that ball.
See, and he did it just then.
Ground ball over, hit the bottom of the bat.
Eric got that one. It was a bottom of the bat hit.
Made by number 10, Eric Mazarigos. 1 out at the top of the 4th inning. Now coming up to bat from the RHI Extreme, number 7, Nick Silver. Number 7.
That hit was down the third base line, and they just kind of flowed over there, and it was, all 3 of them were there, and that's one of the things. Those 3 right there were the teeth of the defense for the Dogs, and now it's the teeth of the defense for Austin. They know that side of the field and how they float to the side of the field.
Sure.
Nobody runs into anybody, and they get right to that line. They know where that line's at.
Yeah.
All right, Nick Quicksilver. See, once again, we're talking about hitting the bottom of the bat, but the bat's already through the strike zone and up in the air before they touch that ball, and that's what's causing these little dribbler hits.
And Nick really hasn't had a chance to show his speed yet.
right, so here he goes. See, that was right over the plate. Got the top half of the bat, flipped back, catcher caught it in the chest. Okay, Nick's ready. Comes the pitch. He waits on that one. Full count on the batter now.
Like I said before, going deep into the count like this is really, really dangerous unless you're an experienced hitter and knowing what you need to do and pulling it out.
Well, you just can't give nothing away.
No.
Here comes
2
Danny.
outs in the top of the 4th inning.
Danny's up.
Now coming up to bat from the RHI Extreme, number 9, Danny Fabiano. Number 9.
Danny's been solid for these guys. You know, he's had some issues with some of the other World Series, the rain, the this, the that.
Yeah,
but he's been solid this World Series.
07 he was with Kansas, and he had dealt with the rain in 2010 he was with the Dogs and dealt with the rain then too. And beautiful weather here today, though. Couldn't ask for better people weather.
Absolutely, and the crowd's been good for him. It's like he wasn't ready for that pitch. He had the bat back, but it wasn't all the way back.
He scored the last time he was ready.
There comes Eric. Eric's up in the middle of the field. He's got it up.
Put up made by number 10, Eric.
He called him safe. He changed it.
Call change, actually. Safe.
Safe. He called it safe.
Run scored for RHI Extreme. Score now is 8-4. Now coming to bat, number 55, Steve Michaels. Number 55.
He's gonna double check with the base umpire. The base umpire can see from their advantage point. They can see across the base into the field of play, and he's gonna double check with the base umpire. I think they did call him out.
Run is now out. That's 3 outs.
They're changing sides.
Stretching the score now is 8-3 Austin Blackhawks. Going to the bottom of the 4th. Who's up for Austin? That's kind of hard to go from one call back to another, back the other way, and then back to an original call.
I actually could have went either way on that. I couldn't really see the base, but I did see the play in the field. It was a solid play by Eric, and Danny was right there. You know, that must be hard.
Yeah.
Be teammates that many years and now be on opposite sides of the field. You know, and Danny was burning that baseline up.
I mean, it was a ground ball. So, I mean, it's a ground ball's bread and butter for everyone. Who's up now
It is.
for the Blackhawks?
We have Richie.
Now batting, number 21, Richie Flores. Number 21.
You know, that play right there is one of those kind that if you get that play, then it kind of shows that you're still in this game. You can make it, but
RHI has had, granted, they have 3 runs on the board, but they really need a spark when they come back to bat in their top of the 5th inning. They really need something to get going because it's really starting to get late into the game.
there's not much game left, and they have to get something started. You know, and it was on this field that we were playing, and we were playing Chicago, and it was a good game. And then one thing happened. We had an out, but the base quit buzzing after the guy had the ball.
Wow.
Of course, he gets a replay, and I'm not griping. It's the rules, but I'm telling you,
It's a game changer.
it does. It changes the game. So, all right, here we go. Richie's up. Here comes the pitch. Oh, they're resetting. We're resetting. Something didn't look right. All right, Richie set again. Comes the pitch. Richie whops it down third base sides, past Clint. Adams over on it. Oh, Adam can't get it out.
Run score.
That was a line shot. It was a froze rope right down the third base side. It went by Clint
Score
so
now is
fast.
Austin 9, RHI 3.
And Adam only had one shot at it. He put his hand on it as he went over the top of it. It was a heck of a play by Adam, but it just wasn't enough. Richie got down
Now
there.
coming to bat, number 2, Lupe Perez, number 2.
They're starting to let this thing get out of hand. The hits just keep coming, you
Might
know.
be getting away from RHI. Not too soon. Not too.
You know,
You have to react a lot and quick. At least a 5 spot they need for the next inning, at least to keep this game close.
all right, he had to rub his mask a little bit. He had a little itch. Umpire checks it. He's testing the base again with his foot, checking where he wants to put his feet. All right. Getting his base checked. All right. Equipment check's good.
I don't think we've seen the last of Lupe.
I think old Loopy's setting up. Still got his head cocked back. Not ready. His head's up. Pitcher's ready. Here comes the pitch. It's just over the top of Lupe Perez's bat as it comes in.
Lupe's a solid hitter. You rarely will see this guy strike out.
Yeah, Kevin's been on the top half of the bat or over the bat more than 60-70% of the time. So that's what's really made a change in this game. Lupe hits the ball hard up the middle. Oh, it hits right in front of Danny. Danny's got it.
Put out made by number 9, Danny Fabiano.
Danny Fabiano grabs that thing on one. It was a shot. It was one hop. Hit Danny. It rolled
Now
past
coming
him.
up to bat, number 24, Zach Arambula.
Rolled past him, and he
Number
rolls around
24.
and grabs the ball right behind him. That was amazing play by Danny. I think the ball changed pitch.
No.
He ain't got his hand over it. It's hard to hear that ball.
Almost sounded like it was hit on the speed.
Nope, it's a good ball. It was just pointed away from us. Well, Danny found it pretty quick, so. All right, here we go.
You don't see
Kevin's ready.
You see Lupe put out very often.
It's a hard hit ball. You know, Danny's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a pop fly, third base side. It's coming down, split the field. Oh, the spin took it away from Nick. Nick went down.
Scorer.
Nick went down right where the ball hit.
10.
The spin pulled it away from him by 3 feet.
10-3 Blackhawks.
It went down at about 43, 44 feet. Nick went over, went down. Ball rolls away from him because of the spin off the bat. He just
And it was short. It wasn't. Now batting, number 32, Mike Finn. Number 32.
You know, when you stretch the field like that with the big hits, it makes a lot of room on the field for the smaller hits to make runs.
Sure.
You know?
Absolutely.
And
Changing up the cadence.
you know, and Nick's doing the best he can up there, but that's a lot of field to cover, and you only get one shot of the ball as fast as these guys are.
Yeah.
Mike crushes one up the middle. It's over Nick's head. It's over Michaels' head. Michaels is turning around, and it's too late.
Run scores.
Didn't quite make it to Danny
Score now is
Fabiano.
11-3, Austin.
Didn't quite make it to Danny Fabiano. Nick turns around. It's just too late. Those long legs of Mike Finn took him to the base. I mean, he was there quick.
Now batting, number 22, Axel Cox. Number 22.
You know, it was just in the air so long, and then when it comes down, you only got one chance.
Yeah.
And James tried to make a play on it, and it just didn't quite pan out. Sometimes Mike Finn just don't even give you one chance on the ball.
No. Sukaka's had his share of hits today.
Got a dribbler. It didn't quite make it out. Bottom half of the bat.
He crushed one last time, and then one time before that, he was just got his 41-footer in.
Top half of the bat, foul ball, back into the catcher's face. He gets his glove up, knocks it away. Now he's testing the plate with his feet. Now he's setting up again. He's square with the plate. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Right over the top. Kevin tells him it's a good swing. Tells him everything, timing's right, everything's right. Just missed the spot with the pitch. Oh, he crushes that ball. Kevin was right. He just missed the spot. Over Danny. By Adam. That was a line shot.
Run score. Now the score 12-3, Austin Blackhawks.
That's a line shot. Third base side. Just ripped right through there. Danny tried to make a play. Rolled past Danny. Went back there, and it was still rolling when Adam tried to run it down, and it was just too late.
Now coming to bat, number 33, Brandon Chesser. Number 33.
Bandit's made some good plays today. He's made some good plays at the plate today. Of course, they all have. They've all made good plays at the plate today. A reduced sound on the speaker. They're testing the balls. Make sure they get one with the lower tone. All right, they said it's good. It's the fielder's choice. There's a radio.
Jan.
Jan, they need balls. Jan.
Okay, they're loosening up with the new ball. They put out a call for some more balls. It's not that all the balls are bad. It's just that in the World Series game, you want to make sure you have the best balls.
Exactly.
You know, you don't want those half tone or. There you go. He hits a hard shot, splits the first base side, hits Michaels in the knee. Michaels is over on top of it. He gets it up, and he's out.
Put out made by number 11, James Michaels. Number 11.
Oh, it was an amazing play by Michaels. I mean, he knew it was coming hard and had to get down, and he got right over there.
Now batting, number 21, Richie Flores. Number 21.
He's where we started off, isn't he?
Yeah.
He brought this thing to.
He started it all off with a shot and a half. A rope.
That last one was a good shot, but it was a good field and play.
Absolutely.
All right. He's set. Here comes the pitch. It's a little high. The last thing Kevin wants is to get the bottom half of that bat. He wants to keep his string alive.
Yeah.
He wants to go over and sit down and watch the rest of this game.
Yeah.
So, a little early, Kevin says. A little early. Kevin. He hit it into the ground. He got by Silvers. And Danny Fapiano gets that ball right in the
Made by
glove.
number 9, Dan Fabiano.
Danny got in
That
front of
ends
it.
the 4th inning.
He's got a block that he does with his knees, and he folds over, and it went right in his glove this time. Even if it had missed his glove, it would have hit him in the body.
I'd like to congratulate the number 16 through 19 teams in this tournament this year. Number 16, the Lone Star Roadrunners. Number 17, the Columbus Midnight Stars. Number 18, the Iowa Reapers. And finishing out number 19, the Athens Timberwolves.
Hey!
Congratulations to all the teams this year in the 2014 Beat Baseball World Series. Remember to get all the most and latest information from the MBBA website at www.mbba.org. Who's up first?
I can't really tell. Looks like they're taking Michaels over to warm up. They're handing Michaels a bat. I haven't been keeping
Number 11, number 55.
number 11. Just make sure. No, hang on. Timeout. Don't announce that yet. I don't know who the guy is. Number 11's in the batting circle. Number 55, I think. I can't see his number. Hang on. He's batting left-handed. It's got to be the other one. Steve Michaels.
Now batting number 55, Steve Michaels, number 55.
He's a substitution, Steve.
Yeah, for number 37, Kyle Lewis.
He looks loose. He looks like he's ready to play ball. He got kind of a low swing. If he gets it on the uppercut, it'll really go. He's pulling through pretty hard. Timing looked good. Just under the bat on that one. He was in the area where the sweet spot would be. It was just under the bat on that swing.
Yeah, all of it. He couldn't give it a ride.
He did. He got a hold of it. It's by Richie. It's by the deep guy. It's all the way out there, and he gets a run. He makes that run.
Run scored.
It went by Richie about shoulder high.
Score now is Austin 12. Already tied.
It buzzed by Axel and Brandon both. It got over the crown of the field, and it just kept going.
Here we go, baby. Keep going, boys.
Yeah, he split that first base side right there and just hit right into the teeth of it. And
He got all of it. I mean, he came
yeah.
into substituting.
It didn't sound like a good hit, but boy, I'm telling you what, it went. Now James Michaels is up. He's been pretty solid today too.
Now batting number 11, James Michaels.
All right, here he goes. Just a little under it. He's going to bring it up a little bit. He's adjusting the pitch. Here it comes. All right, he went over on one and under on one. He brings it right down the pipe. We got another good hit and another good play coming up.
Yeah. James Michaels can do it.
He let her go that time. I think that might have been a little low. All right. Got his timing. He's set. Comes the pitch. He's a little behind that one. I don't think it would have went if he got a hold of it. I think it would have been a foul ball on the first base side. Okay. Did they say it's a full count now?
No, it's 1-2.
That was a full count.
It was always full count. I only
full
heard
count.
1 and 2.
All right, it's Adam up.
Now batting number 2, Adam Rodenbeck, number 2.
Now, didn't Adam play for the Blackhawks?
He did.
And
Back in the early 2000s, I think.
And what I was told yesterday was he moved for a job, and that's how he picked up with the RHI. Not like some of the others that moved just to play with another team or something, but he had a physical location change, and he decided he wanted to still play ball. And the Blackhawks had him, and he moved up there, and he's still playing ball. Right?
Yeah. He tried to play with the Blackhawks for a little bit.
High pop fly. It's coming back. It's coming back. The spin brings it back to home plate. Hit about 20 foot out. Yeah, Adam's a pretty salty player. He learned how to swing hard. All right, here we go. He's got the pad up. Okay, everybody's reset. Something didn't look right to the pitcher. He said reset. All right, Adam's got it up. Right. Comes the ball. He hits it down third base line. It's rolling foul. It's rolling foul. It's rolling foul. He's pretty lucky on that one. Eric had tracked that over the first base line. Pretty good.
Enjoying the game.
And there comes Adam walking back. Adam's back at the plate. He's checking the distance, checking where his foot needs to be. Slides it straight away from the front edge of the plate. Now it's very important. Your foot position is very important on this game. You want to make sure you're at the right place. 1 inch makes a lot of difference in the swing.
It does.
He's going to take a pitch, it looks like. Come right through there. He got his breath. That was a long run. He ran all the way to the base by the time Eric got out there to get the ball up. So here he goes. Here goes Adam. He crushes another one right at Eric. Eric's got that one. It's out. That's all day right there. You're not going to get that one. DeMille's up.
So 1 out or 2 outs?
I think there's 2.
Now batting, number 78, DeMille right.
How many outs we got? Got 2 outs.
2 outs.
I looked away. Jared's stretching for some reason.
Wow. Hey, Mike.
I think he got hit with the ball. I think somebody threw it in and hit him. Yes. See it. All right. Here goes DeMille. He's up to bat. Here we go. Nice swing. Another cut. Got 2 strikes.
This is a big good bat.
It is. It is a big good bat.
They need him to start the spark. Ignite the fire.
I turned my head and something happened to me. Something happened to the pitcher. I couldn't see what happened. He was on the ground stretching. I don't know if he went for a ball and pulled something or what the problem was. Oh, DeMille crushed that ball up the middle. Over Mike Finn. Past the deep guy. And DeMille's there. That was a crushing blow
Austin
right
12,
up the middle. That was a crushing blow, hopping all the way down there.
Now coming to bat, number 7, Nick Silver. Number 7.
So we got a two run rally going right now, or a 2-out rally going right now. That hit was it was crushed. Mike was in position. It just hopped over him. There's nothing you can do about that. The deep guy's moving and he can't get there, and it just kept rolling. The meal got there on the base. That was a good play all the way. Both sides couldn't do much better. Just the hit was too good. Wind's starting to pick up, Steve. We got equipment flying all over the place.
Yeah.
All right, here we
Just
go.
dropped a little bit too.
There we go, Nick Quicksilver. A little high on that one. Pitch come in a little high. All right, number 7, Nick Quicksilver. He needs something right now. I think he's due. He's a little early again. Didn't make it 40 foot. Did not make it 40 foot.
It's almost like he's giving a do-over now because he can come back and try it. But
I tell you what,
I think Nick is too.
If it would have rolled out there another foot, that would have been tough for Eric to get all the way over there.
Yeah, right in the no man's land corner.
Yeah, it's right there in they called that coffin corner back in the day. But it rolled right out there, and it was just on this side of the 40-foot line. If it had rolled another 6 inches, been on that side, that would have been a run, because he was on top of that base when he called it foul. I just love to see these young kids playing this game. I tell you what, the best day at work doesn't ever beat the worst day of beat ball.
No.
And one thing I like better than watching. Playing. That's right. You bet.
Can't blame him.
All right, here comes Nick.
Completely agree.
He's set up. Comes the pitch. Okay, he's got a better time. Got a better time now. We just have to hit that bat. Sometimes you only get 1 or 2 chances. If your timing's
all
off.
3 count those.
Here it comes. Oh, he took the pass. He took the pass. All right, it's all on the line now. It's all on the line now. Here comes the pitch. Missed it.
Missed 3 outs.
That's, if you can't adjust it, then we'll play the one you got.
No, I feel great, man. I was ready to pitch another game today, but look what happened. We lost.
Who's up now?
Looks like we're at the top of the order with Lupe Perez. Lupe Perez at the top of the order.
You've probably been called worse than spectators, though.
Now batting for Austin Blackhawks, number 2, Lupe Perez. Number 2.
Oh, that's terrible.
All right, Lupe's coming up to the bat. They got him. He's checking the play. He's checking his distance. There's a lot of checking goes on in the game before the pitch to make sure that. There's cameras are out here. It's a great day for ball.
Sure.
All right, Lupe's got his head down. He's getting set. Kevin's getting set. Lupe's head's up, and the pitch is coming in. Here it comes. Lupe hits a hard shot down the first base side. He splits the difference. Michaels is in front of it. He's got it up, and he calls it. He gets it out. Michaels gets another out. I think Kevin's pushing that side. He's trying to pick on that side. He wants us to keep it away from Clint Woodard.
Put out made by number 11, James Michaels.
I think Kevin's Kevin's trying for that side.
Now coming up to bat, number 24, Zach Arambula. Number 24.
I think Kevin's pushing it to that side.
Yeah.
I think he's leaning on the pitch a little bit to make sure it gets keeping away from Clint Woodard. He doesn't want to play that side of the field. Clint's a solid player, and he's pushing the other side. But I'm telling you what, Michaels has really rose to the challenge.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him make that many putouts in a game.
I know.
He's just probably never had that many chances.
No. Usually he's playing on the left side with Clint is. Clint is usually over on that right side.
So Zach hit that ball, and it would come over the top of the bat, but I guarantee you, if he'd got a hold of it, it would have went on the first base side.
Yeah.
I think Kevin's pushing that side of the field.
He's trying to shove it down that throat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he got one down third base side. He rips it. It went by Clint. Adams out there. Adams got it up. He got another out.
Put out, man, by number 2. Adam Rodenbeck, number 2.
Man, the deep guys are getting some work today. They are working them
Now
deep
coming
guys.
back, number 32, Mike Finn.
If you want
Number
to
32.
If you want to win a game in the World Series, you have to have a good deep guy on both sides. You are not going to get away with just having a so-so deep guy on the third base side anymore.
No, those guys came ready to work, and they're working.
All right, comes Kevin. Mike's setting him. He's got his feet set. Kevin's up. He's on the mound. Mike's set. Here we go. And the pitch. Mike hits it. It's going to be foul ball. Foul ball. There's a high pop fly with a backspin on it. Hits at the 40-foot line. Rolls right back into Kevin's hands. Mike was almost to the base already. That pop fly just kills when you're that fast.
Yeah.
Halfway to the base, it gives you no time to get that ball. All right, Mike's back at the plate. Catch in front. Oh, got time for an airplane.
But the first plane we saw for today hasn't been.
I think that's the first time out we've had today for noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, other than sideline noise. I mean, there wasn't no timeout. It was just telling them to hush up.
Beautiful complex here, the Flag Man Shore Soccer Complex.
It's absolutely amazing. They do such a good job here. All right. Mike's measured. Kevin's got the ball. Minor adjustment. He does. I think there was something wrong there. I saw Mike's step. It was a little bit too big. Went under the ball. Bat went under the ball. Top of the ball that time. When you take a big step, it varies the height of the bat. Sometimes with the holes that have been dug by other players, you take a step and you fall in that hole. You change your bat swing. Mike gets one down third base side. Looks like Nick's on it. Okay, we got an up call. All right, an ump called time. He couldn't see. It was covered by both people. It was in the middle of two people. And they call him safe. Mike gets it.
Run scores. Score now is Austin 13, RHI 5. Now batting, number 22, Axel Cox, number 22.
I sure thought they had him, but something happened out there between the two players. And
It looks like he might get the bottom of that bat, or Kevin got the bottom of that bat.
Oh, he did. He got the bottom of the bat as it was coming around on third base side. I don't know that he was early or anything, but he got the bottom of the bat. Just it rolled out there. It got between Clint and Nick Silver, and they was both grabbing at the ball, and eventually Clint had it, but I think Nick picked it up.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
I'd say that the camera had a better angle than we did on that one, so
Probably, so we'll have to go to the videotape.
comes a pitch. Oh, it's a nice hard hit.
Yeah.
That should be nothing for under Clint. Oh, they stepped on the ball.
Run scores. Score now is 14-5, Austin Blackhawks. We're really getting into that dangerous zone now in the bottom of the fifth inning. It's almost unreachable unless Jared puts together a string of 10 runs.
And, you know, that depends on the defense.
Yeah.
You know, a string of that many runs.
Now batting number 33, Brandon Chesser. Number 33.
you know, a group of runs that big has to depend on getting by the defense too. It isn't like just strikeouts or hits. You have to get good hits. You have to get hits that are deep. You can't just depend on the speed of the runner every time. You have to have a really solid hit.
And that was certainly a solid hit. Brandon has had solid hits in his last couple at bats.
Yeah, and
I'm sure he's going to do
James,
what he can to
James
extend that lead right now.
Here it comes. Here comes the pitch. Just under the bat, just on the bottom of the bat. Timing looked good. Yeah, I can remember pitching out there against Taiwan. Here comes the pitch. That one was just over the bat. Timing looks good. Hits it down the first base line. It went foul. He was out in front of it just a little bit. He pulled that ball right down the first base line.
We had no outs?
Let me double check. How many outs we got?
One out at least.
Two.
2 outs.
But
Yeah,
been
2
rolling
outs.
on two.
Yeah.
One out gets him out of the inning.
Loopy and Zach made the first 2 outs.
Here he comes. He got the bottom half of the bat again. Timing was cleaned up. I'll tell you what,
I could be wrong, but it almost seems like Kevin's getting tired. I could be wrong, but I mean, just my observation. It looks like Kevin's doesn't have the stuff he had in the beginning of the game.
Well, put 15 runs on the board.
Yeah,
Make you tired.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he hits one high pop fly. It's right in the middle of the field. Nick Silver's been tracking it. He's got it up, and that's an out.
Number 7, Nick Silver makes that put out. Retiring the side. Coming up to the top of the 6th inning for the RHI Extreme.
Nick Quicksilver.
Score now is Austin 13, RHI 5.
Who's coming up to bat?
14? Correction, 14-5.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that to you. I estimated.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Who we got coming up to bat?
I don't know. I have to wait till they grab and start pulling them up. I haven't been keeping track on the sheets here. They're huddling up over there.
Remember the banquet starts tonight at 7 o'clock. Cocktails and refreshments to begin 1 hour prior.
So you think you don't like your new job?
I think so.
Please don't. Because we don't want to have to jump.
I'm glad that's got a lid on it. All right, Jared's got to put something together here.
Absolutely does.
Where are we at? What inning we in? What inning we in?
Top of 6.
Top
Do or
of
die
6.
right now.
Jared's got to do it.
Number 9 coming up to bat.
Danny Papiano, it looks like. Number
Coming up
9.
to bat. Number 9, Danny Fabiano. Number 9.
He's measuring his distance. Jared's talking to the head ump. I don't know what he's talking about.
Austin's going to do everything he can to make this 1, 2, 3.
Well, I don't know what Jared's talking about out there, but I tell you what, for a young man, he's had a lot of years in the league, like you said. I don't know how old he is now, but he's been pitching since he's 12 years old.
He has to be 22. Because he started Back in 04 in Columbus.
So, 10 years of pitching.
Mm-hmm. Kevin was 30 years, I think, this year in the league. His first World Series was 84.
All right, here we go. Comes the pitch. Danny clips it top half of the bat, rolls it out, foul, first base side. All right, Danny set. And the pitch. It's just a little under it. First one's a little high, second one's a little low. If he splits the difference on that one, this ball will go way out there. Danny's swinging hard. Nice hit, ground ball. Got by Eric, didn't get by Mike. Mike Finn got that one up.
Put out may have been number 32, Mike Finn, number 32. One down at the top of the 6th inning.
Just got the bottom half of the bat. And Steve Michaels is now up.
Now batting number 55, Steve Michaels, number 55. You can hear the collective silence over on RHI Extreme bench. They certainly envisioned a different outcome in today's first game.
When the game pushes, you got to push back, and it just sounds like it's a wave washing over them right now. It's you know, they know that this is it. You know, and I've been there. I know what it feels
Sure,
like.
absolutely.
You got the bottom half of the bat again. All right, here comes the pitch. Oh, he was way out in front of it that time. He was way out in front of it. Measured himself off the plate again. Got his bat up. Jared's ready. And pitch. Foul ball. He's out in front of it still. He's been out in front of it about 3 pitches.
Yeah, 1-3 count now.
Man, you just hate to go out that way, you know. Go out fighting. It's right here on this field that we needed 2 runs to win. Loopy gets the tying run for us, and then Lexus Gillette gets the winning run.
Yeah. 2 down at the top of the 6th inning. Now coming to bat, number 11, James Michaels, number 11.
All right, James Michaels. Here we go.
Also, the Blackhawks have shown nothing but poise and great athleticism in today's game.
They got ready for the Taiwan team. They prepared to try to beat the Taiwan team, and that's what they come here to do. And they set up for that kind of defense and offensive strategy.
Strike one on
and
James Michaels.
And that defensive and offensive strategy it's just killing everybody else. Oh, he hits a hot shot down right, splits the first base side. Deep guy. Went between his legs. He's got it. He doesn't have it. Went between his legs, and by the time he got turned around, James Michaels on the base.
Run score. Score now is 14-6. Austin Blackhawks.
Brandon was right on it. By the time it got out there, he didn't cross his legs underneath his body when he was getting down on the ball. Went right through there.
Good call, Blue.
Now batting number 2, Adam Rodenbeck. Number 2.
Everybody's on their feet on the RHI side. 2 down. How many do they need, Steve?
They need 8 to tie.
Man,
9 to win.
that's a lot of runs.
Yeah.
Bob's got a good sweep and swing. Jared's throwing it right down the pipe. One was over.
I must have gotten a hold of one at all today.
I think he got one. I think he got a hold of one. But he is due. He's due to get a. He's due to unleash one. Right here.
Yeah, we're allocating
All right, Jared's got 2 over the top and 1 under the bottom.
it. Down to the last strike.
Oh, he crushed it. It's out there. It's past Mike. It went past Lou. Oh my gosh! Lupe didn't even get up and go after it.
Run score.
He crushed that ball. It hit right next to Lupe.
14, orange tie 7.
It went past it. He hit the ball.
Is Lupe still on the ground? Is he
No. He went down to try to get the ball. It went under his arm, but he just knew it was going farther. He just let it go and got back up. He's just going to do the next one. You know, he's just going to get the next one.
Now batting number 78, Emil Wright. Number 78.
That was a crushing hit out there.
This is now the meat of their lineup coming in. They have 2 in now.
Oh, I'd love to see the kid pull this out. I mean, just for namesake, you know. That one I was against Taiwan and 4 to tie and 5 to win.
Yeah.
As one of the best ones I've ever seen, you know.
11-10, I think it was.
You know, I would
4 years ago.
There's nothing better than to see somebody better than you put one out there, you know.
Sure.
Here comes Jared. He's on the mound. He crushes the ball up the middle of the field. It's deep. It's bouncing. It's past the center guy. The deep guy hits it down, and he doesn't quite make it.
Run score now 14-8. This is what they needed early in the game.
It's 14-8, correct? Okay.
All right. Nick's due also.
Yeah. Now batting number 7, Nick Silver. Number 7.
2-out rally. I've seen it done.
Yeah. I'm sure Austin is going to have something to say about this. They're not going to go out. They're not going to certainly let it. Do all that they can not to let up any more runs.
All right, Nick Quicksilver up to bat. He's set. He's ready. Here comes the pitch. He hits it hard. Oh, foul ball down first base side. He got a good chunk of that ball, but it's just a touch late. Rolled into the dugout on the first base side. All right, Nick's measuring his feet. He's getting set. He got the bat up. Comes Jared's pitch. That's off the top half of the bat. I think he's got the timing just about right. If he can just get the hit. Now, if he just get the hit. All right. Nick's measured up again. Here comes Jared's pitch. Oh. That bat went through so fast I couldn't tell where it went.
Now down to the last strike again.
Pass ball.
Swing full count.
Full count.
Last pitch of the game. Unless Nick puts it in play. And
Nick shook it off. Nick shook it off. Smooth and easy, Nick. Here it comes. He's on the mound. Here comes the pitch. He hits a hard ball. First base side. Gets past the first guy. Second guy. Third guy's after it. He's got the out.
Wow. And that completes the game of the 2014 World Series Championship game. Austin Blackhawks. Final score 14-8 for the RHI Extreme. Number 33 in our put out. Brandon Chester.
Brandon got that put out. That one got by him. He wasn't going to let this one get by him.
No, not at
Oh,
all.
it was something. It was a hard hit ball. He did
Congratulations
everything.
to the Austin Blackhawks.
Nick did everything he could do, and it just didn't quite make it.
It was almost there. We'll see everybody tonight at the banquet at 7 o'clock.
Well, what do you think of the game?
I thought the game was good. I thought at some point the RHI certainly did all that they could at the end of the game to come back and to. But I mean, unfortunately it was a little bit too late. I mean, something they should have started 2 innings earlier. Maybe it would have been even a closer of a game. But Austin came ready to play and had their plan set, and they put it to work. And
Hey, I agree with you, Steve. There wasn't nothing I wonder what Lupe would have thought if they'd have come back.
Yeah.
After just giving up on that ball.
Yeah. Everyone, you've been listening to the coverage of the 2014 Beat Baseball World Series Championship game. I'd like to thank Tim Hibner and Richie Flores yesterday for doing the third place game, and of course Tim doing the play-by-play coverage today. You can find the archive of this recording, as this is a live event, on the MBBA website at www.mbba.org. And we will see you next year in Rochester, New York, for the week of July 26th through the 3rd of August, 2015 in Rochester, New York. Until then, thank you everyone. Have safe travels home. Remember everyone to please clean up after yourselves and police the area. Put all your trash and recycling in the proper bins.
John drinks a lot of juice.
That worked out. No problem. Lost it a little bit. Are you guys gonna need any help? Very surprised. That's what they gave you? Huh? That's what I bought. That little deal right there is like $600. I bought it specifically to do this kind of stuff, so I don't have to have a container. Ma'am. That's nuts. I know. I was like, that's all right. They represented well. RHI did a good job.
Hey, Princess!